All right. Let's hit that time. To 1 second. What's up? What's up, everybody? Oh my goodness. Maybe I should use my microphone. And I don't know. I'm going to try to put this on. All right. Let me see. Sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Relationships with EJ80 Proof. Thank you so much for joining me. Uh, what's up, G? Gee whiz, right on the button. How's everything going? Well, before we get started, I just want to say a couple of things. Is that first of all, thank you for joining my live. This is my first official live video for relationships with EJ80 Proof. And before I continue, I would like to say thank you to Annie Arroyo Lopez, who has been with me since I started the podcasting journey through my several switches from different channels to different channels and all that. She's been there. She's been supportive. She's been learning. And whatever she learned, she always try to put back in and try to make the show a little better. Wanted to have a little celebration because it was her the first video, but she's feeling a little under the weather. So send your prayers. If you know how to contact her and wish her well. The next show we do, she will be on it with me, and we will have that official toast. Addition, don't forget to join me on YouTube. Hit that subscription button because if you like what we're doing now, you should check out my YouTube page. We have a multitude of videos, topics. Let me see. Topics such as uh, um, 8 steps to giving her great sex, s- uh, um, 5 mistakes men make that destroys relationships, 7 steps before moving in together, and so many more topics. So go to YouTube, hit that subscription button, hit that notification bell so you will never ever miss out on a video that I'm producing. Okay, so let's get started. Today, we are talking about, are you in a toxic relationship? But as usual, I really don't know anything. So I have to depend on my official wisdom juice. When I drink this, I get the power of intellectual abilities. All right, here we go. I hope y'all ready. Mm. 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 Now I'm ready. We can talk. All right. What is this I'm looking at here? It says, okay, I don't know who this is posting this stuff. No, 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 no. I don't know. This person's on timeout. I don't know who that was. Posted stuff about naked MD or naked web. People are, ugh. Anyway, uh, are you in a toxic relationship? Yeah. Wait a minute. Here goes this here. She says all men give off some sort of toxin in their relationship. We just put up with it. First of all, everybody, for all your those who don't know, she is my sis, and she's very opinionated, and she's very intelligent. She knows what she's talking about most of the time. I'm gonna get information about her because she has her own business. She is a travel specialist. We're going to get that information so when we do our lives, we'll be able to tell you how you can get in contact with her for some great deals on vacations, hotels, all of that kind of stuff. We didn't get it together. But you know what? Listen, everybody has some level of toxicity. I have to agree with you. But what I'm talking about is not just the individual. I'm talking about the whole construct. Is your relationship toxic? If you are in a relationship, well, first of all, let's define what does toxic mean. As we know, toxins are poisonous. Toxins are things that if they enter your body, that they will make you very, very sick or kill you. It's the same with the relationship. If there are elements in your relationship that are toxic, then it will make that relationship very, very sick and might even kill it. But for some reason, stay in these toxic relationships. Some of them don't know it's toxic, I guess. Some of them know and they stay anyway. I don't know. But it's very interesting. Now, now what I need you to do, who is this person keep Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everybody. Just give me a moment. I have to block someone because it looks like it's some kind of porn site. Keep trying to jump on the chat. So I just had to block that altogether because regardless of what we're talking about, we tried our best to keep it as clean as possible. We're not promoting porn and all that foolishness. Anyway, men are not the only ones toxic, Miss Lady. Women, I believe, is more toxic than men. Here's the thing: if you're not happy in the relationship, then there's something that is toxic there. There is something poisoning your happiness. And a lot of times people say, oh, you know what? I mean, that's just the way he is, or that's just the way she is. And I've learned to accept it. If that's the truth, then all fine, well, and good. But you learn to accept it at what cost? At what cost? Is it acceptable to be in a toxic relationship where you are dying or you are sick, you're in pain, you're angry all the time, you're not happy, you don't do anything, you wish you was anywhere else but here, but you stay because of what? Because of what? See, I don't get that. Let's see. Let's see. People get used to it, and sometimes they don't realize it is toxic. It's a toxic relationship. They think it should be that way. Well, that's true. That's true. But we're gonna break it down today. We are going to break it down today. And we ain't gonna let people tell us that it's all about the men being toxic. Because we got issues. I can confess that, but you toxic too. And I'm talking about women, not the person that made the comment. Because the person that made the comment, I know the man in her life personally, and he is as happy as a kid in a candy store. So if that's true, then she can't be toxic. Anyway, the first thing I want to ask you to determine if you're in a toxic relationship is feel when you're around this person. And I say this person because I'm talking about husbands, boyfriends, wives, whatever definition your relationship has. Do you look forward to being around that person? If the answer is no, then every time you're around that person, it affects you negatively. That's toxic. Now, whether it's something that that person is doing, whether knowingly or or whether it's you knowingly or unknowingly, uh, that element is bad. That element is bad, and eventually it is going to keep eating away, just like toxins do. Not all toxins are so poisonous that it once it contacts dead in 2 hours. Some of them will give you cancer, and you'll be living for 10 years and finally just die off from it. So if every time you're around this person, you don't have you're not joyous or you're not glad to be there, then you shouldn't be there because that is toxic. Does this person, number two, does this person respect you? If this person is constantly disrespecting you, oh, excuse me. Yes, there's a lot of levels to toxic. But if this person is constantly disrespecting you, and I mean just like looking while you're with him or while you're with her, they are degrading you. They are giving their phone number to other people. They they're doing these things that are disrespectful to you, these things that hurt you. You are being abused by this toxic person, and you're saying to yourself, yeah, but he loves me, but she loves me. You know what that is? I just got it. You know what that is? That is Stockholm syndrome. When a person is kidnapped and they are kidnapped for X amount of time, and their kidnapper 100% convinces them that they cannot get away. And if you get away, I can find you and I can kill you. The person psychologically kind of develops an attachment to the kidnapper. So the kidnapper don't have to chain them to the door anymore and whatnot. They can let them go out and walk around. And they always come back. Being in a toxic relationship is Stockholm syndrome. Another thing, emotional abuse. That is absolutely correct. That is absolutely correct. I want to throw that comment up there. Yes, that is emotional abuse. But I need you to start realizing something, because being toxic in a relationship isn't always big stuff. He slaps you. Oh, he physically hits you. Of course, that's toxic and it's illegal. If he does it, call the cops. Anyway, but he's cheating on you. That's toxic. Those are all big things, and we say, you know what? As long as he's not doing those things, then how could it be toxic? But here's the thing: does he support you in your endeavor? Don't you know that if you are in a relationship where your partner never supports you at all on nothing, never got your back, that's toxic behavior. And understand, it might be good for him, but it's poisonous to you. You're the one receiving that poison. So you're dying slowly. He's living his best life. The small things. Your birthday. Never remembers it. But he remembers all his friends' birthdays. See, all these little things, they nip and they chip and they nip and they chip. You know, when you want to go out because you've been in the house forever, COVID had you locked down for months, and now finally COVID is over. You're right. But you can go out now. I'm tired. I don't feel like going out. I just want to rest in the house for a little bit. Hello? Oh, Eddie, what you doing? Yo, I'm on my way. Wow. Toxic. I listen, okay, I want everybody to see what's going on here. I've been asked a question if I am defending the men. Yes, I am defending the brothers, but I'm defending them in a way to say that they're not the only ones. Let me give you an example of how women can be toxic. Loud, loud, loud. If something is going on or you upset about something or whatever and you're and you always eating at him with your words. A woman don't have to put their hands on a man. She could destroy him with her words. And then shaking the head thing. That's what gets me. You could do all this, but when you start doing all of this and whatnot, I mean, I'm like, that's no. That's too much. Like saying. But it's toxic behavior. You're a grown woman. You're mature. You're educated. You're an intellectual. Speak. Use your words. You don't have to be. You know what I'm saying? You could be right. You could be strong. You can get your point across, just like we talking right now. Uh, no, it's not gender bias. Get out of here. But what I'm saying is, so women could be toxic in that way. Another way women could be toxic. Women could be toxic by saying, "Hey, listen, you know what? If you're not gonna do what I needed you to do about this, then you don't even have to bother talking to me. I don't need you." Toxic. Oh no cookies, no cookies and cream for you tonight. You want to be like that? Fine. You could be like that with your friends. Toxic. You know. And I'm like saying, so we both have our toxic ways. But the question is your relationship. Are you in a toxic relationship? And what you should do about it. What I want to do is trying to get to the point for you to look at the relationship you're in and the amount of abuse that you take, whether it's a woman being abused by a man or a man being abused by a woman, or whatever your relationship dynamic is, where somebody's being abused and you're accepting that abuse because they love me. You really have to look at that. I really want you to look at that. I want you to look at that and say to yourself, is that really what I'm looking for? Is this right? Is it okay for him to tell me how stupid I am? Is it okay for her to lock me out of the bedroom? Are these behaviors all right that he came to my job and cursed me out in front of my peers? Is this the kind of behavior that a relationship is built on? I want you to take a look at that. Now I gotta give a little space because there are some people that are into that stuff. If you are the couple that's okay with slapping each other around physically, that's just your thing, then you know what? Have at it. Take some karate classes, learn to break some boards. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you into, that's what you into. Go for it. I'm not judging that, you know. And you know, and there are some guys that are like really cavemen type guys, and the women are just as cave woman type too. If that's your thing, if that works for you, if that's all right with you, if you looked at it and say, you know what, this is the way I like my man cursing me out and what have you. Hey, if that's the truth, if that's what you down with, then go for it. You know what I'm saying? Go on Google, learn some new languages, because you could curse people out in like 80 different languages. You know, so if that's what you're into, I'm not judging that. If that's what you love, do it. Go for it. Keep your relationship spicy. But if that's not what you and your partner agreed to, then it shouldn't be done. And if your partner is doing it to you, then you have to make a decision. And this nonsense, oh, I don't like it, but they love me, so you know. I mean, no, no. I'm here to tell you that that's the dumbest reason in the world. If that person is abusing you, that person is a toxin in your relationship and in your body. And eventually both will die. And I guarantee you, oh man, I guarantee you 100% that when you end up in the trash can, all broken up, beat up, wasted, you know, whether physically, emotionally, or spiritually, I guarantee you the person you allowed that to do that to you is going to be off living their best life. What is it? Men date your coworkers. Yeah, I don't know what that means. Of course, we date our coworkers. We date anybody. No, no, no. Dating coworkers is a bad idea. But but that person's gonna be off living their best life, and you are going to be the one that's in the garbage can in the psychiatrist's office trying to put your life back together, and the ER being treated for stress disorder that cause blood diseases and all kinds of stuff. That's going to be you. That's going to be you, and that partner that you allowed to do that to you, they're gonna be off with the next person doing good. Oh, and I'm sorry, you keep hearing me saying allow, and that's what I mean. Because I can't do anything to you that you don't allow me to do. So when I turn around and I say, hey, get your stupid ass off the couch and go make me a sandwich. And you get up and go make me a sandwich, you're accepting that. You're telling me that it's okay to talk to you that way. A funky man is toxic. You funny. But you're accepting that person to treat you that way. When a man sees you out in the street and he says, "Oh my God, look at that ass. What's up, baby?" And you turn around and respond to that, you're telling him it's okay to talk to you that way, to objectify you in such a manner. That's not his fault. That's yours. You're the one that okayed that. The first time I grabbed you by your arm when we was in an argument and you didn't do anything about that, the next time I grabbed you is your fault because you allowed that. You cannot allow people to treat you in your kind of way. And what is this? Uh-uh. It says a funky man is toxic. What does that mean? Anyway, because see, some people, when you talk about toxic relationships, people automatically turn to the man. And it's automatically our fault. We are the only ones toxic in any relationship. And I'm like saying, the reason why I say that that's not true, because women know they can get away with it. Most women have the understanding that men are not going to hit them. Most women have the understanding that we are not going to say but so much. I think the biggest fear in women is that the man will leave them. Everything he ain't gonna do. He ain't gonna do nothing. I wish you would. You hear that? Go ahead, touch me. Touch me. No. Right here, right here. Right here. Touch me. I dare you. I dare you. You know why they do that? Because they know he ain't gonna do it. If he breathed too hard on them, they call on the cops, he going to jail. But it's not so the other way around. The other way around. But uh, so what I'm waiting for everybody. I'm like, where'd everybody go? So anyway, but it is important that you examine your relationship. The first thing you have to understand is you, because nothing is toxic if it's what you are. Like, being underwater isn't toxic to fish, but we will drown. Understand who you are and what you're looking for. Oh, okay. You know, well, you better come on because the show ends at 7 o'clock. Oh, understand who you are and what you are looking for. That's number one. What are you looking for? Are you looking for a guy that's going to treat you with respect, that's going to show you love and honor you and all of these things? Or are you looking for that abusive guy? Whatever you're looking for, once you pin that down, then look. And then you'll be able to pick and choose. So when the guy comes over and says, "Hey, yo," he curses while he's introducing himself. And you're like, no, that's not what I'm looking for. But if you don't know what you're looking for, you just stumble through through a sea of men taking all kinds of nonsense. And then, when you receive that abuse, you're like, oh, I didn't know. And it's like, hey, you should have known. After you discover what you're looking for, then and you set your standard, then that's it. That's it. You cannot allow you cannot not allow people to come into your life. Oh, excuse me. I have a little cold. To come into your life and just destroy you. Cause you only got one life. One life. And when that thing is finished, I don't know if there's any memory in the grave, but if it is, hell would be you l- remembering that you wasted your entire life on somebody who just wanted to hurt you. And you did it in the name of love. And now you know it is the dumbest thing you could have done. Oh, this is a very good point. Sometimes it turns toxic after a while, not at the beginning. This is a very good point. But I would say that toxic people are toxic from the beginning to the end. They're toxic people. What happens is, as we romanticize our relationship so much, that a lot of times we don't see the obvious signs. We don't see the obvious signs. Like when a guy gets off of work and he goes and hangs out with the fellas before he comes and checks home with his family. You say, oh, those are his homeboys. That's what men do. Making excuses. No. If he's a husband, if he's a family man, you check your family. You make sure your house is square first. Then you go do what you want to do. Even if it's a phone call, hey, Jimmy and the guys, after work, we going, everything okay? The kids, yeah. Okay, y'all, okay. So I'll see you at 8. Boom. That's it. But a man who spends more time with his friends than his family, it's a sign. It's a sign, you know. Oh. Some people don't even know that they are toxic. Uh, they are in denial and will always blame others for their toxic behavior. Oh my goodness. That is perhaps, no, I'm sorry, because that'll turn the camera off. Okay. That is perhaps the most profound thing that has been said on this show so far, is that toxic people sometimes don't know that. I'm going to be daring and say they never know that they're toxic. You know why? Because they've gotten so used to their own behavior, and so many people have not checked them on it, whether when they were younger, growing up, or even as a grown person, that they just figure, hey, this is me, take it or leave it. And it's like, no, no, no. If you have a wife and kids, or you're in a relationship or whatever, and you're constantly degrading them, you're constantly disrespecting them, you don't show any emotional support or anything like that, and they don't say, see, this is what I'm saying. Toxic people don't have to know that they're toxic, because that's not even important. What's important is that you know that they're toxic and what you do about it. See, because I could come in and say, hey, listen, what I'm saying, sometimes I just got to slap a woman in her mouth if she talk too much. That's, hey, that's how I was raised. That's my father did it, my grandfather. So, hey, see, so that's me. I think that that's the right thing to do. And if I ever come across you and I say, hey, you better watch your mouth, I'll slap you in your mouth. Right then and there. I don't think I'm doing anything wrong. You know I'm doing it. You don't want nobody slapping you in your mouth. Right then and there, it's decision time. Because a man that threatens you is a man that'll hit you. It just takes a little more time. So if a man ever says, I will knock your teeth out, he won't do it today. He might not do it next week. But when he runs out of alcohol, he just might. No, I'm just joking. But that day is coming. That day is coming. Anybody that continually threatens to hit you or physically harm you, trust me, that day is coming. And whether they think they're justified or not doesn't mean anything. That's a sign. And you say, yeah, he always saying that, but he ain't never hit me. Justifying. You're justifying this guy. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. Who is this? Hello, welcome to the show. How you doing? Am I saying? I hope I'm saying your name right. Apri. If I'm not saying it right, then forgive me. I only graduated to third grade, so I have a problem reading stuff. All right, all right. Hey, okay, okay. So we got family in the house. We were supposed to have Tanya, but she's tied up at work. So you see, we got Tina sharing her opinions and what have you. But we're talking about we asking the question that are you in a toxic relationship and what to do about it. And people are believing that I'm taking sides, but I'm not. I'm just saying that the toxic person is not the problem. The toxic person is not the problem. Whether they know they're toxic or not, it doesn't matter. That's not the issue. Okay? Because revealing to them that they're toxic is not going to help anything. How did this person get back on here? Does somebody keep huh? You don't see it? Okay, because somebody keeps jumping on here with some kind of weird stuff. Anyway, but that toxic person is not the issue, is not the problem. The problem is you accepting toxic behavior. Let me tell you something. Every man wants a mate. I used to say want a woman, but things have gotten complicated these days. So I will say every man wants a mate. Every woman wants a mate. So here's what the thing is. If I see you in the street and I say, "Hey, sexy, bring that ass over here." And you turn around and say, "Listen, don't talk to me like that." Okay? I don't respond to that. If I want to talk to you further, I have to apologize and change my speech. And I'll do that because I want you. So now I won't be, "Hey, baby, bring that." Now it's, "Hello, ma'am. How are you doing?" If women stop accepting the BS that men put out, then men will stop BSing because we want you. If men would stop accepting the BS women put out, women would stop BSing. Why? Because same, so we're not looking to we're looking in the wrong place. We're looking at all the toxic people, but we're not looking at what we're accepting. Let me I'm going over here in the comments. All right, all right. Let's see. Yes, I will. Oh, what is this? Just speaking all facts. I just divorced my toxic ex-husband. Ouch. Well, congratulations. Congratulations. Because that's exactly if your relationship is toxic, that's exactly what you have to do. If it can't be healed, then you gotta go. All right, let's see. Every man wants a mate, but every woman wants a real man. Okay, you know what? We're gonna have that real man conversation on what is a real man and what is a real woman, but we're not gonna do that today because last time I did on Facebook, it was quite extensive. So we're gonna stay on topic, but I get what you're saying. Uh, and this says, now look at this comment, and I agree with her because this really happens. Women don't complain unless are really pushed to. And I get that. And I believe that's true. But I think it's wrong I think it's a mistake because why are you going to sit there after I have been calling you stupid and worthless and a piece of crap for the last 5 years, and then the 6th year you decide to do something? You have destroyed five. You wasted 5 years of your life. And here's the other thing, ladies, the ones who know what's wrong and take their time or don't complain unless they have to. Ladies, let me tell you something. And this cannot, nobody can beat this system. Nobody. And they say it's the Chinese water torture. The one drop of water on that rock will eventually burrow a hole straight through. So no matter how strong you are, how educated you are, how mature you are, no matter how whatever you are, somebody calling you stupid every day is going to eventually penetrate. This is what has happened to people with low self-esteem. They have been told so much how ugly they are, how stupid they are, how worthless they are. And then eventually it starts to seep in. And you don't see it right. You don't wake up on Monday and be like, oh, I'm worthless. No, but your actions begin to change slowly over time because of those words. If somebody is treating you in that manner where they are toxic to you or they're abusive to you, you can't sit on your hands and say, well, you know what? Okay, I'm just going to let that go. But if no, you have to speak on it because by the time you're pushed to that level where you have to speak on it, a couple of things are going to happen. Number one, it's already going to be in you, and that poison is going to be hurting you. And that's when you're going to come to the point where you got to say something because of the pain. You're going to scream out. And when you come and you scream out, nobody's going to hear you because men don't hear through yelling and screaming. They just yell and scream back. And the other thing is that if you don't do nothing but talk about it, then you ain't doing nothing. You're not doing anything. And when this kind of poison gets inside of you, it is, I don't even know how to explain how hard it is to get it out of you. So when you wake up on Monday and your partner looks at you and says, "Yo, get your dusty ass up and go make me some breakfast." Now, that's the time to address that. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. Stop. Okay, we don't talk to each other like that, blah, 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 or whatever the case may be. And you straighten that out right then, right there. So that way it has no time to get in you. That person, if they care about you, they ain't going to keep doing it or whatever. But anyway, it's solved. And if they keep doing it, you need to go because they don't care nothing about what you say. Uh, let's see. What else do we have in the comments here? Uh, uh-oh. If someone treats me like that, I would kindly tell him to take a nap. Then it's on. He will be what? Floating in the clouds with wow. Okay. I think I should delete that comment because I think the police might be interested in that comment. But nobody's gonna agree with oh shit, okay, never mind. Okay, somebody did agree with that. But like I'm saying, we have to take care of ourselves in these relationships. There is no excuse for your behavior, but even worse, there's no excuse for your acceptance of that behavior. So stop pointing fingers. Stop pointing fingers at people. Oh no, no, I'm like this because he did that. I'm like this because she did that. No, you're like that because you allowed these things to happen to you. And I'm like, what? Don't start Tony. Is Tony here? What? I don't see him. Huh? No, I don't see Tony in the comments. But anyway, Tony, if you're there, what's up, boy? How you doing? Thank you for joining. Um, we were talking about, are you in a toxic relationships and what should you do about it? And basically, I'm just trying to tell you that toxic people are who they are. You can't get mad at a dog for pissing on a hydrant because that's just what they do. It's what you allow that makes all the difference. So, with that being said, we are almost at the end of the line. Oh, what up, sis? I'm sorry about the mix up with the time. I thought I had set it for 5:55 to give everybody a couple of minutes to get it together, but I had put 6:55 by mistake, which is probably why most of the people that wanted to join is not here now. But Annie caught it and she told me about it. So, Annie's gonna be responsible for a lot of those things from now on. So we won't have this problem ever again. So as you see, your little sis has been commenting, and you see, oh Tanya, do you remember? Oh, what's she shaking her head for? Tanya, a P is on the line. She is the Jenkins daughter. You remember her? Tina, will you know what? I want to see. I need to contact. And you know what? I'm not even gonna say it online. But what is your take? Um, Let me scroll back up and see the name. The name is Pre Monroe. She said Pre is her middle name. Huh? It's Vanessa. Uh huh. Well, I don't know if she's still on, but she was on earlier. And we all want to give her congratulations. Getting rid of that toxic dude. Congratulations on that. Uh, uh yes, yes, Tina, that's the name. Um, Tanya, what do you think about toxic relationships in the last 15 minutes? Hmm? Mm, mm. And so, I have made a miscalculation with the time. So, listen, these are the kinds of things that we talk about on this show. I would really like to thank everybody. Um, who's toxic? Oh, that is Tanya saying that women are toxic. Is that correct? No. But but once again, I just want you to remember. Oh, by the way, Tanya also has a business. Tanya also has a business. She sells jewelry. I'm gonna get her information. So when we do our live shows, I will tell you how you can get in contact with her and get some marvelous and wonderful jewelry for either a parting gift when you get rid of that toxic person, or a gift when you're trying to get rid of that toxic person. But anyway, she has some great jewelry that she sells, and I'm gonna get that information, put it out there. Also, I want you to go to YouTube and type in EJ80 proof, and so that way you can subscribe to the channel, because on the YouTube channel we have so many more topics that we talk about. I mean, we talk about if nobody is worth your happiness, how to save your failing relationships, before you fight over cheating, watch this video, and many, many more. So just go and check it out. If you like what you're reading or what you're hearing, click the subscribe button, and we will be sharing much more. This live that we're doing now is going to be edited and posted on YouTube for anybody who wants to watch it again. My Oh, okay. You know what? I think we need to end this session because I got people on here talking about blowing up men and putting bombs and gifts and whatnot. And so, okay. So Tina said that if you want, she can book a vacation for you and your toxic partner. So that way, you don't have to dump your toxic partner in Brooklyn. You can dump your toxic partner in Miami. So, and still have a great time. And still have a great time. I guess that's what you're trying to say. Um, I guess that's about the size of it. That's how you get rid of them. Okay, okay. We are not supporting people blowing other people up. Where's that paper at? I had a disclaimer that I have to put up, and it says, I am not responsible for any criminal activity that is spoken on this show. You know, because I don't know, some of you people are dangerous. Uh, hmm? So, anyway, that's going to be the show for today. This is being put through to Facebook. So join me on Facebook. Subscribe to me on YouTube. It's also being streamed to Twitter, and as soon as they allow it, it will also be. I'll put clips on TikTok. So, a topic suggestion is what? Why men wear skirts? Okay, you trying to get my can my you trying to get my show canceled? But I will be posting the next show. I'll be posting and I'll be making an event on Facebook events, and I will actually have a visitor, someone who I will be chit chatting with on the show. The show is about to get better because there's going to be people on here who think that they know better than me. And like I always say, it's EJ80 proof, talking about relationships where I'm not always right, but I'm never wrong. So I'm out. Everybody, thank you. Why do men and females want their cake and eat it too? What? I gotta go. I gotta go because this is getting. Someone should bake the cake. Okay. Okay, that's it. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. I appreciate you. I gotta be out.